It is time for Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. I guess it's officially Halloween now, at least on the East Coast.
He's scary over there, man.
Jerry looking very much at home in the...
What's his name?
Jerry Kelly.
Sherry.
This is...
That's a Sherry, y'all. He's taking his job a little too serious. Just a little bit.
At any rate, another doubleheader night here on Premier Week, and we just watched the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I think the commissioner...
fall to the Suns, 95 to 86.
I think the commissioner got our message.
What's that?
He's giving us good games. Because I checked the schedule for like the next month or so. Like last year, I think he was just like, we got to show the Knicks as punishment. And hopefully we'll go the whole season, won't have the Knicks. The Knicks, the Hawks.
Hawks. Okay.
What's the other bad team?
Milwaukee's probably not going to be
Milwaukee's definitely in that category. They gave my man Terry Porter that job. Sometimes they give you a job, it ain't a good job.
Be that as it may.
If that was a girl, they say, oh, she's got a great personality.
Makes her own clothes. We had the opportunity to watch Carmelo Anthony tonight, and then
got pretty eyes.
LeBron James, and both of their teams lost. But Kenny's here to break down the games that these guys play and what we're going to be looking for years to come in the NBA, aren't you?
Yeah, I will. Because everyone said how different they were, and, you know, one was saying, one's more like Michael, which would be Carmelo, and one's more like Magic, which would be LeBron. But in actuality, neither one are like either one of those players. I think if you look at LeBron, what he's changed up from the preseason is that he's going to the basket a whole lot more. He's taking advantage of his size. He's staying 15 feet and in, where in the preseason he stayed 15 feet and out, trying to be the perfect point guard. He realized, you know what, I'm not a perfect point guard, but I can make perfect passes on the break, and that's what makes me so valuable is the things I can do on the break, and that's why we love LeBron.
They still got to find a point guard.
Yeah, he's not a point guard.
He's not a point, but
he can play the point.
But if you look at both of their games in the fourth quarter, that's when you really need a point guard to get you into your offense. They're kind of like, and Doug touched on, they kind of just like all out of place, and they don't have any control of the game.
LeBron, 21 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 turnovers.
That's going to happen.
Today.
All young guys turn the ball over until they adjust to the speed.
And Melo doing the same thing tonight. He had 8 turnovers in Denver's loss.
Well, Carmelo, what the difference is what he does have a pure outside shot, meaning that he can hit 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. You know, that's the difference. But he takes it to the basket. You know, that's what he was doing in the preseason. He gets to the free throw line. He creates contact more than any probably rookie in a long time going to the basket. And he still has the athletic ability. Not like LeBron, but it's close. But he's not the passer that LeBron is. There's the outside shot. That's the difference right there. He's a better scorer, but not a better passer. But LeBron knows how to score, even though he doesn't have a pure jump shot.
You said before the season started. I'm sorry, can I ask you a question before you say that?
The world is round, it's not flat.
All right, well, here's the question. You said before the season started,
Jeopardy?
Rookie of the Year is going to be Carmelo Anthony. Anything you've seen over the first few nights here change your thinking on that?
LeBron is playing really well. He's played great the first 2 games. Carmelo struggled a little bit with his shot. But you know what? I don't think Andre Miller, he's a good player, but he's not like a true point guard. You know, like the NFL quarterback now, a lot of them terrible. That's our situation in the NBA now as point guards go. A point guard is supposed to get the ball and make his teammates get them the ball in the position. But now they got so many scoring point guards in the league, it really shows the deficiency at that point. Those other guys are all good players, but they're more scoring oriented. And it hurts the team overall when your point guard doesn't get everybody the ball in the right situations.
1 assist on an opening night and then 3 tonight for Andre Miller.
He's a scoring point guard. He's a good player, but he's a scorer.
Let's take a look at the highlights of the Denver game against the Houston Rockets.
No, Houston won. We don't have to look at it.
No, but we've already shown you Carmelo. But we want to show you the whole the game in its entirety as a.
We're gonna watch the whole game.
No, but this tells the story in its entirety.
Hey, Jeff Van Gundy is gonna have a great effect on the Rockets. He's gonna teach them how to play more discipline. Not to Rudy Tom Johnson did, but he knows Rudy's been sick.
How about Yao Ming?
Because they put a knife in his back when they let him go.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Now, Nene being spun on by Yao.
Yeah, he's 7 whatever, and he's 6 whatever, so it doesn't add up.
Here's Carmelo.
Yeah, going to the basket. He's good in the break. One thing that he does a little, just as well as LeBron, is handle the basketball. So that gets him able to get shots off, and he's going to get in the lane. And
I think he handles the ball a little bit better than LeBron, actually.
How about Kelvin Cato? Had a big night.
Handles in scoring areas.
10 points and 13 rebounds for Kelvin Cato, and Van Gundy has finally won a game. Stan Van Gundy 0-2. Jeff Van Gundy wins in Houston.
I might go out on a limb here, but I think Jeff Van Gundy going to win more than Stan.
I would think so, too. 102-85, the final. Craig Sager visiting the locker room.
Your coaching staff said they felt you were pressing a little bit too much, trying to do things. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, early on in the game, I felt I was trying to do too much, just trying to do it all at once in one shot. But I realized in the second half you can't win like that.
Well, Carmelo, obviously their defense was geared to stop you. They put Jimmy Jackson on you, all over you in that first half. What did they do to you? Was it frustrating?
No, I mean, it wasn't frustrating. I think, like you said, they put their defense to gear to me. Every time I touched in the post, they double team. So, I mean, that's kind of hard to adjust to.
That weightlifting will get him.
Weightlifting? Go ahead.
It looks like he needs to get stronger because Jimmy Jackson was really physical with him. He doesn't have like that muscle definition.
Yeah, he lost that weight from college to try to get slimmer, but I think he needs to put.
You don't need to be
not weight. He needs to put
good
bulk.
muscle. Yeah, but that's the biggest difference between the NBA. People say, "What's the biggest difference?" Physical strength.
I was going to ask you, what are these guys in for now, just in terms of when you make that transition from college ball or high school ball into the NBA? And the schedule and the grind and that kind of thing. What are Carmelo and LeBron in?
Well, the hardest part is playing against great. You know, even when you play on a bad team in the NBA, those guys are really good players. They're just not good as the Lakers, Spurs, Sacramento, and those upper echelon teams. But like when you play a really bad team, the guys are still really good players. So the thing that you have to learn the most, number one, they're bigger and stronger, but also, man, you don't have any off nights. Even the bad teams, they got good individual players. They just don't have enough of them.
You know, when you look at it, especially in the 1-2-3 position, the position that those guys play. I remember Akeem telling me one time, he's like, Kenny, you every night have to guard someone. He said, I have nights off. I only have to play 4 times a year, which is true because we playing the Dallas Mavericks at that time, and I'm guarding Jason Kidd. And this is his second year in the league. They were terrible, but Jason Kidd was still probably one of the best guards in the league at that time. So 1-2-3 position, you got to come bring it every night.
Every single night.
And now if you're in the West, the 4 position, you better bring it every night with Wallace, Weber,
see, they're lucky that they're not 4 men in the West, because let me just tell you something. Those 4 men in the West right now, I'm not glad I'm not playing, because I'd probably have another $100 million if I playing now.
We are underway here on Inside.
I have Ernie Johnson Jr. type money.
The NBA almost. When we come back, both the Hornets and the Magic picked up overtime wins in their openers. Tonight, they're going head-to-head. We'll have the story of their meeting in Orlando, going right down to the wire. The highlights next.
What kind of party was it, Kenny?
Block party. 120.
The NBA, brought to you by Hyundai. Your car comes with America's best warranty. You win. And Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA.
Hey, it's time for Wendy's late night menu. Here's what's coming on after Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai on the East Coast, Switchback, and on the West Coast, Law and Order.
Then with Danny Glover.
Whatever you say.
I'm asking a question. Switchback.
What do I look like? TV Guide? Hey! Daryl Armstrong returning to Orlando, this time as a member of the Hornets.
Behind the back.
Hey, you've seen this before, haven't you?
I've never seen it. I just saw the play. A point guard knows where the ball should go.
That's 2 of David Wesley's 28.
Hey, this is them 2 big wins without Jamal Mashburn.
I think they're... No, they're not.
They're what?
That's T-Mac. He had 33, by the way, on the night, guys.
Jamal McGlory, get a new contract, you start ducking on people.
Yeah, he had 27, a career high for Jamal McGlory.
He got a new contract. Way to come, Jamal.
In fact, signed it yesterday, a 3-year extension.
Think if he would have did this before the contract.
That's exactly right. He should go and try to get his deal redone today.
Now, Tracy McGrady, look at this.
Oh, excuse me. Holla back.
87-86, Magic with a lead by 1. They won their first game in overtime in New York.
They got to find a big guy to help Tracy McGrady. I wish Grant Hill could come back. I just don't know. But they need a big guy to do something for him.
George Lynch gave the Hornets the lead. McGrady with a chance to tie, but who's there with the block?
The guy got the new contract.
Jamal McGlure.
Dunking on people, blocking shots.
100-98. The New Orleans Hornets of Tim Floyd break them up. They're 2-0 out of the gate. The Magic win by 2 on opening night, and then they lose by 2 at home to the Hornets of New Orleans. Now, at this point in Premier Week, it's one of those times where I guess you can be looking in the paper in the morning and look at the box scores and say, I did not realize that that guy was playing for that team. And so as a public service to you, we've come up with a little innovation here, a little game show that we like to call Who He Play For? Hey, let's play the game.
That's not proper grammar.
I know Kenny told me it should be For Whom Does He Play, but our game is called Who He Play For.
Who he play for?
And tonight's contestant is none other than NBA legend Charles Barkley.
Who he play for?
Charles, you're going to have just a set moment, a few moments to say who these guys play for. We have 5 of them for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for your first one?
I'm ready.
Let's play Who He Play For. That's Vladimir Stepania.
See, Detroit. Wrong. Oh, he just got cut by Miami.
He plays Portland Trailblazers. You're 0 for 1.
They have to sign some players who don't go to jail.
Let's go to number 2.
Who he play for?
That's Kendall Gill.
Oh, you gotta know this
Who he play
one.
for?
Gotta know.
Kendall
You gotta
Gill.
know. You
No, that was
tripping.
last
No.
year. He plays for the...
Okay, Chicago.
He plays for the Chicago
tripping.
Bulls.
You don't know he went back. He signed in the offseason.
Yeah.
Man, what are you
You
doing?
think I keep up with these fools doing all
Let's go to our third player.
Who he play for? Who he play for? Tell me who he
Here's
play for.
Antonio Daniels.
You gotta
Tell
know
me,
who he
Charles,
play for.
who he play
Playing for
for.
Portland, isn't he?
No, not the Portland anymore.
He is now with the Sonics.
He got the green and gold on
Seattle.
him. A hit right there.
You're not playing in Japan
You're
right now.
all for 3 right now.
Who
Let's
he
go
play
to our
for?
4th player. Hey, Charles, here comes
he
Bo
play
Outlaw.
for?
Who he
You
play
know who he
for?
play
Oh, he just got traded to Memphis.
Oh, you see, no, he's looking at
Memphis.
this.
No, he played for
He
Memphis.
is
Yeah, they have him in Phoenix. I know.
correct.
No, he's looking at the jerseys
I'm not.
now.
I'm
He's
not.
looking at the
I'm
jerseys.
not. No.
Hey,
That
pick the neck
trade
up.
happened in Phoenix.
Okay.
I know that. They just traded him.
And our final, one of your all-time favorites in the NBA, Ronald Popeye Jones. Who he play
This is
for?
something you can't see his jersey. You can't see his jersey.
Time running
I
out.
know this one, though. He's with the, I'll give you a hint, he's with the Little General.
Avery Johnson in Golden State.
There you go.
Oh, and
There
Kenny
you
gave him
go.
the hit,
I
and he
gave you
is
that
a
hint.
member
I gave
of
you
the
that
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
He might be the
So
best big
much-
man they got, too.
So much for our first and probably last edition of Who He Play For.
No, that,
We'll
you
be
really
back
got
I
one.
know who
with
they
more on
I know
Inside
who
the
the Stars
NBA.
play for.
In just a moment. Another look
I
at
got to look
LeBron's
all the way
evening.
down the bench to find out who the number 12 guy playing for now.
Hey, there's LeBron James. Who he play for?
He play for the Cavaliers. Guys who get in the game, I know when they play.
Back here on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, and let's go to Tokyo, shall we? To the
I was up this morning.
Saitama Super Arena.
The game started at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5:30. I was up, and then I was like, no, I can't do it. Sorry.
There's Elton Brand, who had a huge game, and then
I love Elton
in the
Brand.
process
He
of
one of the most I think he might be the most underrated
Dickow?
player.
Rittenhouse. He looked like Dan Dickow from the Hawks.
yeah, he does. Look at that shot. Somehow finds the bottom.
I don't think that's a good percentage shot.
I don't think so either. Rashard Lewis had
Who he
himself a
play
nice
for?
Hey,
game.
Rashard Lewis is on his way to be a star. I mean, they throw the word superstar around like they throw around money. But
He had 25 points.
He's got a chance of being a star.
And there's Ronald Murray, who had 24. Ray Allen, of course, not making the trip. He's going to have his ankle scoped on Saturday. Seattle wins 109-100.
You know, first of all, I felt a little offended by that game y'all played. I need to ask me about guys who actually get in the game
Don't
in
be
the future.
offended. You've never been offended by anything.
I don't sit. What do you think? I sit around and look at the last 11, 12 guys on the bench.
No, that's why we thought it'd be fun to play the game. 109-100, Seattle wins it. Now, here's the story on Elton Brand. He's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks with the,
That's not as bad as I thought.
well, hairline fracture of his right foot. And you see what he means to the Clippers. And today, he had 21 points and 15 rebounds and a career-high 8 blocks. But he is out for the next 4.
He did all that on a broken leg.
To 6
That's pretty
weeks.
good.
Cavs and Suns. Hey, this game was on TNT, wasn't it? Last year's Rookie of the Year, Amar'e Stoudemire, and the guy who could be this year, LeBron James.
I don't know what's up with these orange uniforms.
I like those.
That's too bright, man.
So good.
Yeah, it's cool.
If guys could get out and run those lanes, and LeBron James, we've seen a lot of things
watch
from him,
LeBron
the ability to come off and
See, that's funny. He hits 3 shots. He fades back. He didn't follow through, but he can dunk.
That kid, that Boozer kid, Carlos Boozer, he can flat out get it done.
He can dunk.
They got to get a point guard, though, to get them in their offense with the game on the line.
That's what we told you. Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson.
Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson, the only thing they're going to be getting is Social Security.
James,
we dig out an
through
age
the
limit in the
lane,
league.
and
That's what a
one.
couple of 18-year-old superstar needs.
Oh, how about Kabarkapa? You like him, Zarko Kabarkapa?
I do. Just got to get a little bit stronger.
We should have passed it up earlier, but he couldn't handle it right. That's good.
Step from way out
That's
there.
bananas. Really, he's trying to be the best guard in the NBA right
Someone's
now.
got to find a big guy somewhere to block up that middle.
The Matrix. I haven't heard that sound effect in a while from you, Jay.
That's really from the $6 million man, but we're going to move
Yeah,
it.
95-86 the final. Stephon
He's
Marbury
reloaded this year.
scores 24 for the second straight game. Say what now?
Sean Marion, he's reloaded this year. The Matrix, reloaded.
Reloaded. I almost forgot. So what floats your boat? We've talked at length about the Cleveland Cavaliers and their need for a point guard.
I'm impressed with LeBron James, his ability to pass the ball. A lot of these young kids come in the game, they get spoiled when they're young because they're taught just to score and not do anything else. I'm proud of him. Keep it up. Get that Nike stock up. But you know what? I can't wait till next week. The Lakers and the Spurs. And let me tell you something. People can say whatever they want to. It's all BS. Like any time when I played, we played against a team like, oh, we're going to have to beat this team to get somewhere. It's a big game. And I know the Spurs are looking forward to playing the new look Lakers, and I guarantee you the new look Lakers are looking forward to playing the Spurs.
And I have to go somewhere because I'm moving over to change my pick of who's going to win it. And even though this guy called me a bum, which I really was offended by, but their team looks very good.
You know,
I might have to go with them.
Saturday night I'm going to see the Lakers and the Suns play. I'm looking forward to that.
They're really they're better than the Spurs, I think.
Well, you're wrong. But I'm looking for it's cause
even though I'm a bum,
it's going to be interesting to see because when Kobe's in the mix, that changes the whole dynamic of the team.
We'll watch basketball. Okay, yeah, even though I'm a bum.
Well, you brought it back up.
Yeah, but you know,
Anyway.
I'm taking the higher road with that. You know,
Next week,
I still love him.
the Lakers and the Spurs.
I still love Shaq.
If you need me to jump on Shaq, I was on top of him.
I saw that.
The Lakers and Spurs.
Get that tape ready, TK.
Follows New Jersey and Indiana, by the way, which is game
Crack
one of that
stab,
doubleheader.
stab on crack upstairs. Get that tape ready while I was on top of Shaquille.
They're better than Spurs.
How about that? Is that a real bat?
You're
That's a real man.
You've been out with a few in your life.
And there's Jerry,
Yes, Sherry.
Terry,
Harry is scary.
Larry.
Quite contrary.
Welcome back to Inside the NBA, presented by. Thank
I told you, I'm
very
not
much.
saying the names. They, expand the
Don't
plant.
be holding out for the car. You're not going to get one.
Not the car. I want them to, they got a plant in Alabama.
build the
They want to do something in Leeds, Alabama.
Okay.
The greatest small city in the world.
Which leads us to the
They
give
can let
and
him
go.
make their seatbelts and leave.
Anything to do.
You know, we've talked at length about a couple of these rookies who are on display on TNT. Let's
Just
give
like nobody else exists,
let's give and go on some other first-year guys and start down in Miami with Dwayne Wade, who had 18 in his first game, but then went 2 out of 12 against Boston in his second game.
Hey, rookies are going to be up and down. I like Dwayne Wade. I think, number one, staying in school all those years really helped him. I know he's got a kid. He's married. That make him mature faster.
I think this is going to be one of the best rookie classes in a long time. From top to bottom, they have some real players.
Miami's got a very interesting team. They got like a bunch of small forwards, and they need big guys. They just don't have it. The 3 best players are technically, to me, small forwards, excuse me.
You know, when Chris Bosh announced he was going to come out at Georgia Tech and people were saying, hey, he's kind of skinny, a little slight build. I don't know if he's ready to make this jump. Are you surprised at what he's been able to do so far through training camp and now into his first game?
Well, I think his trainer, his agent did a good job. I know he spent the summer with getting stronger, bigger, stronger. And that's what I think, because I told you earlier, the biggest difference in pros and high school and college is physical strength. And all these guys are going to keep maturing and bigger and stronger. Because, man, these boys in the NBA are big and strong.
And also, you know, honestly, I didn't think that he would be able to get early success because of his lack of strength. But also, a big reason for that is the new player that they have there. He's no more half man, half amazing. It's the return of the Jedi. That's Vince Carter.
I got you.
Return of the Jedi now.
Hey, we're going to talk about Darko Milicic in just a second. But hey, let's hear from LeBron James. What do you say? Let's go back out to hear what his post-game thoughts are.
But I think Coach realized, I realized, Coach realized we're trying to give it our best, and that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, we got stops and steals in the fourth quarter. They got stops and steals late in the fourth quarter. Is that your guys' legs or are they two back-to-back nights?
No, I don't think so. I think we had a lot of open shots. They just weren't falling for us tonight, like they was last night. And, once you know that, you got to go to the hoop, and we didn't do that.
You had a lot of success when you took it to the hoop, got to the free throw line. Is that something you like to do more?
I'm just doing anything to help my team win. If I need to go to the hoop, if I need to pass, rebound, I do anything to help my team win, and it worked.
LeBron, in the second quarter, you sat like the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then when you got in, you seemed to really be penetrating a lot more. Was that something you saw that you could do, or was that something somebody told you?
I just kind of seen the game slipping away a little bit, and I know how to be a leader, and that shows me, when I go on the court, I got to be a little bit more aggressive, try to get my team into it.
You got a call there in the fourth.
How about this part of the transition into the NBA? Non-stop mics in the face. When does that get old?
For him, probably got old about a month ago. And I don't think he should do it every night. I don't think he had to sit there and have a press conference every night because it's going to be a pain. He's asking the same stupid questions night after night. And I just don't think he should not do that every night.
Well, I don't think he should do it every night either, because the unfortunate thing is that in each city, they're going to ask, like he said, ask you the same questions. If you want to know, watch the game. Don't tell them, what do you think you do well, why you're doing this well, and watch the games, and then you try to figure it out sometime, too, if you're a reporter.
Now, back to the give and go. The last guy we wanted to touch on was the number 2 pick in the draft, Darko Milicic, taken by the Detroit Pistons. But in their opener, as they played Indiana, DNP-CD did not play. Coach's decision. Larry Brown did not play the 18-year-old. How tough is it going to be for him to work his way into that system?
It's not going to be tough at all. You keep losing.
First of all, they need a big guy desperately. Because as much as I love Ben Wallace, they got to have a bigger body as far as because Ben doesn't really score enough. He's a great defender. He's a great rebounder. But they need Milicic. I don't like Detroit's team. Everybody gives me a hard time because I said it last year and it proved to be true. I just don't like their team from top to bottom. Now, if this kid comes in and gives them another level, then I might reach it. But right now, I don't like their team top to bottom.
Well, he hit the nail on the head. They need a low post presence, but they need it on the offensive end. There's no one that you throw the ball to on the low block, and they score points for Detroit consistently. And this guy supposedly can do that. So if he can do that, he has to be on the floor. He's an abnormal thing on your team, so he have to play. It'd be like if a point guard couldn't shoot, you had one on the bench who can shoot, you have to bring him in. So eventually we have to see him if he's an offensive player like we've heard.
But got to be surprised that he didn't get any time.
And even Larry Brown admitting that, he said it's got to be frustrating for him to look around and see, look what LeBron James is doing, look what Carmelo Anthony's doing,
well, he's not good
Bosh is doing,
yeah.
But here he is not getting in the game. But he said a lot of times 18-year-olds don't know that their parents know what's best for them, kind of a deal like that. So
okay, Larry, he doesn't like rookies. We all know that, Larry. But you better play that kid if he can score.
Yeah, for a team that had trouble putting in the hole a year ago, that's for sure.
Ben Wallace ain't giving you no jump hooks now.
We'll be back in a minute. You know what? Our director, Steve Fiorello, that's his decoration. I bet he got it free because he brought it in here. What do you bet?
I bet
so. Inside the NBA, brought to you by Dell. Easy to buy, easy to own, easy as Dell. And Hyundai. Your car comes with America's best warranty. You win.
Hey, here's that doubleheader we mentioned a little while ago.
Dell want our sponsors now? We get a computer?
You wouldn't want a computer.
I'll take anything free.
By the way, the Lakers and Spurs.
I can't wait for that.
Preceding them, the Pacers.
Hey, let me tell you something. I told y'all earlier, Rick Carlisle, man, that boy can coach.
That first game is going to be so good that the EA Sports
hey, you know what? Last night I was in the hotel.
Jason Kidd,
Chingy was in the hotel.
He's in there.
Chingy, right there.
He's passing the ball right there.
We'll get you some Perry Como next week.
You just leave me in the dust right now,
right
Chuck.
Hey,
Chingy.
And this is the way this game is going to be played out, by the way. Richard Jefferson going nuts. Sort of the second half. What do you say?
Jason Kidd laying it right there.
Hey, Reggie Miller played well last night.
Right there. He's over here.
I mean, he's you know the thing is, Reggie, he's right up there with Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson for the age.
There's Alonzo Mourning. Who he played
Right
for,
there.
Sheriff.
Hey, you know what? I'm pulling for Alonzo Mourning.
We all are. And new faces with some early results. LeBron James, you see his average through 2 games. We talked about Milicic not getting any run the first game.
23-9-9 is not bad to be averaging over any amount of games.
Dwayne Wade, a good first game and not so in the second.
He's going to be fine, though.
12-4 is not bad.
Gilbert Arenas made his debut with 18 points.
They stomped the Bulls.
Yeah,
that was
did they
surprising.
ever?
The Bulls.
In Chicago,
Eddie
like
Curry
by
told me
25.
they're going to make the playoffs.
Keith Van Horn, 29 points.
Hey, you remember, you 2
I've been
years
saying
later on
for
him.
5 years,
You're
Keith
2
Van
years
Horn
later
going to be a star.
You're 2 years
I'm
later.
giving up if he don't do it this year. I've been saying for 3 years he's going to be
I
a
know.
star.
Well, you got to be right sometime, don't you?
I like it. You know what? I don't know if he has a passion for the game.
You know what? We're out of time, which is unfortunate. See y'all next week.
Right there. Who's that right there?
That's Sherry.